Nile Swim Club is recognized as the nation's first Black-owned swim club, and it sits here just outside of Philadelphia. Today, we're here to learn more about how the Nile is still stepping up to serve the community. We're speaking with Vice President Lisa Ivery and Coordinator of Jesse's Garden, Jessica Pointer.
I think it's the perfect pairing for us to be able to be the place that provides free swim lessons to anyone that wants them. And that's what No Child Will Drown in our town is. Look at the statistics. So the statistics are that 64% of African-American children between the ages of 4 and 18 have no or limited swim ability or experience. Then if you look at USA Swimming, they have about 400,000 swimmers registered, and 1% of those swimmers are African American. So what this says to us and to our community is that we're taking the lead in closing that gap from children that have limited to no swimming ability. I guess if you think about when the club was created back 1957, 58, of course, a few of those founding members were denied access to local swim clubs. They came together and created their own swim club, put their houses up in order to be able to afford the land and build a swim club. So you can only imagine the type of courage and determination, and positive energy that had to be flowing at that time in order for them to just say, that's okay, we'll build our own. And I think for us, at a time when we created No Child Will Drown, it's a similar situation, not being denied access, but almost losing our property and almost losing our club, and trying to figure out what could we do to bring more excitement and interest back to the club. Which brings us to today, which, I can go on and on about our aquatics program now, which includes the free swim lessons, diving program, swim camp, the launch of a swim team. There's just so many facets to aquatics, and we're trying to cover them all. We're trying to bring them all to the club. It's our responsibility to close that gap, and we accept it.
So during the pandemic, Nemours Hospital, an executive from their senior staff, noticed all the wonderful things that the Nile Swim Club was doing. So they reached out to me and said, listen, we noticed all of the wonderful things that you're doing in the community. How can we be a part of that? And we came up with annual health and wellness fair in Jesse's Garden due to the insecurities in the area. This year we have a garden specific for our members to eat during the day when they're visiting the Nile. Like if they're hungry, they'll be able to go to this specific spot. We have a number of herbal gardens plots within our garden, and that is going to be harvested and sold back to the community, and that income is going to be put back into the garden to grow fall harvest. That is all volunteer based, so anyone can participate, and we welcome everybody.
We are getting back to being a place that is like the nucleus of the community. So being that, we should offer, a lot more than swimming. Because of the way our club was created, we have a greater responsibility than some of our other local swim clubs. Having the garden is perfect because the garden can then support the snack bar to provide, healthy alternatives, to the kids who are running up to get something to eat. They don't even realize, how the system is working. As we continue to build and look at other programs that we will bring into the club, they all have to work together. There has to be some sort of synergy, amongst all of them. It all has to, all has to make sense.